Do you want your 5, 6, and 7-year-olds to be able to read independently for 20 minutes? Is it possible? It's not possible overnight, but yes, it is possible. What you need is a framework to help you build your students' skills so that they can do just that. Be independent for 20 minutes, doing hard stuff like reading. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and let's get started. Here we go. You're here because you know building stamina with your students, that learning stamina, it's crucial. It's so important. It's like the very first thing that you need to do to ensure their academic success for years to come. It's like an athlete training for an important event or an important goal, right? You start small, you get bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's the analogy I'm going to use with you. And I hope that you also use it with your students because students really seem to identify with that analogy. The framework. What is the framework? Well, the first part is start easy and fun. When we're training for a marathon, we don't just go out and run a marathon the very first day. No, you start with something easy and fun. You build up that confidence, you build up that stamina, starting small. So how does that translate to the classroom? What does small look like? Well, small looks like, in my opinion, a game. Games are fun for kids, but an academic game, they're having fun, they're learning, but they're also sticking with a task for a longer and longer amount of time. Now, when you're teaching 5, 6, and 7-year-olds, their attention span, even with a game, might start at 5 minutes. That's it, especially the culture we live in now. 5 minutes might be it. But talking to your students saying, hey, we are going to work on this game for 5 minutes, and then tomorrow we're going to work 6, 7, 8, and so on, and give them the analogy of an athlete and how an athlete builds stamina. And they are going to be building the same kind of stamina that is going to last them for their entire life. It's pretty exciting when you think of it, because if they can master this, they can really do just about anything, even when things get harder, which we're going to get to in the next part of our framework. So you might be asking, what kind of game are you talking about? Something I need, Angie, I need something that is independent. I need something that's educational. I need something that they can do and have fun with, but also be learning. Well, if you know me, you know I love independent games. And I have recently done a video on this game right here. I will put the video down below. It is just a walkthrough of this game. Will you be getting a free sample? Of course you will. Uh, I wouldn't do that to you, just tell you about a game and not give you a free sample. That'd be mean. The link is in the description down below. Watch that video, download the sample. If you want more, the video will tell you how to get more. But that kind of game is perfect. You'll start with 5 minutes, build to 10, build to 15, build to 20. All along the way, you are giving them some tools, which we will talk about, showing them that they are building learning stamina. Again, start easy, start fun. Step 2, we're bumping it up a little bit in our framework. We played a game. Now we are going to do the same exact thing, but this time we are going to do writing. Why writing? Because writing has a lot of different components that they can do during an extended amount of time that is going to help build their stamina. Just writing for 20 minutes is probably unrealistic as a 5, 6, and 7-year-old, but a 5, 6, and 7-year-old can write, they can edit, they can read, they can reread, they can make a picture, they can do a map, all sorts of things. Can they do it by themselves? At first, no. But as you practice and as you build their stamina, yes, they can absolutely do it. And think of your students using a 20-minute block of writing every day Would that be just amazing? How much benefit would that get for your students? This video is a quick overview of the framework that I will be talking about in this video series. This video series is going to step you through step by step on how to do each of these components. But today we're just going to go bird's eye view so that you get a feel for exactly what we're doing and how we're going to get there. And now with writing, and you have that past history of being able to do a game for 20 minutes, you are going to start reminding them that they can do hard work for longer amounts of time, and that just how you built their game stamina, you are now going to help them build their writing stamina. The next step, part 3, is to move into the reading. Now, again, they're not going to be able to read for 20 minutes on their own, even though they can play a game for 20 minutes, even though they can do writing for 20 minutes. Are they going to be able to read a book for 20 minutes, even with that past endurance building? No, but is it going to be easier? Absolutely. So, you are going to build on the success of the game and the writing to do the reading. Again, just like before, you are going to start small, 5 minutes, building up a little bit each day that actually with consistency are going to help them reach their goal of 20 minutes. So today's video has really been about the idea of starting small and working big. We're starting small with time and working to more time. We're starting small with something fun. We're moving on to something a little bit more not fun, even though I think your kids love writing. And then finally, on to probably the most difficult thing, which is reading. So I hope you go ahead and grab this game so that you can go ahead and have this in your back pocket. As you learn how to do this with your students, you already have a resource for you. The next video, we're going to talk about more resources that are going to help you build that stamina with your students. And those tools are tools that are going to be visual tools, a graph. They're actually going to be graphing their stamina and how it is improving. And actually your words of praise that you can give them to encourage them to keep going even when it's hard, and to give them the analogy of an athlete and how athletes build over time and consistency their skills to become great. So again, that is your framework. Start easy, work to more difficult, start with a little bit of time, and gradually increase. It's really not that hard once you think about it, but you probably need a little bit more support and tools for your classroom. Make sure you check out the next video where we deep dive in and give you an exact step-by-step of how to do this. It's not as hard as you think. Thanks for joining me today. My name's Angie. I was in the classroom for 25 years. And remember, the creator of the universe loves you, and I think you're pretty amazing too. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.